Okay, you're gonna have to edit this, Dave. I got my blue light. It's paired up. I'm 20 minutes late, so we're gonna go down and pick up a part, and we're gonna do that because I don't know if this is all set up right. Okay, and I'm going to, the plan was to go to Mooresville and see the post office, but we're not going to do that today because now I'm 30 minutes behind because I had trouble pairing this thing up. Oh, God bless. I am really just spazzing today. Edit this out, Dave. Oh, there goes a nice lady. Yep, that's her. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Here we go. We're on our way to get a part from H&R AGRI. Begin the tape here, okay? This is where you want to start the Chevron station. Okay. Here we go from the Chevron station. Heading down Brown's Ferry. We're going to make a left up here and head towards Mina. And we're going to do that because I want to avoid traffic. I cut in front of a few people. If you look behind, there's like 6 or 8 cars in a row. All these nice people are going to work. And guess who's not? That's right, me. Today is the last Friday of June, and 1 year ago today, give or take a day because of the the weekends or the 7 days a week, I got my layoff notice from my company. It's a great company I work for. I wish them nothing but the best of luck. Anyway, so they're having some struggles right now, but they'll work their way through it. They've won a couple real big contracts. It's just, I know turmoil and how things were when I was, over the years of my career. It comes and goes, feast and famine, that kind of stuff. Alright, so we just turned here. This is Mooresville Road with 2 O's. And we're heading down. And what I'm doing is making sure that all this is, Bluetooth is recording correctly, that I get it down correctly. I was going to go to take a look at the oldest library or post office in Alabama, and we'll do that tomorrow because I have to learn how to use this camera again, and then the software again. Now it's a 360, so go ahead and spin it around. Alright, you can look in front of me, behind me, to the right, to the left, to the right. There's corn growing high. We're coming up to a highway, which if you look up and to the right there, it says Greenbrier Parkway. This is relatively new. If you look way to the left, you can see a steam plant, it looks like, or that's probably Browns Ferry nuclear plant. We can go there one day because I plan on driving this thing and doing stuff. So anyway, immediately in front of us to the right side of the road, you'll see where a tornado came through, and you'll see some other evidence of tornadoes. Hey, there's a big semi's turning there. I'll get to follow him. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, I just sometimes can't win for losing, but that's okay. There we go. go. People making left-hand turns, right-hand turns. Off I go. And as I said, if you look off to the right-hand side to 30 to 45 degrees, you'll see where tornadoes came through and clipped trees and things. There's a house off here to the left, and there's another one to the left where you can see, I think, some tree damage there possibly. But as we come down this road, and Mr. Semi's picking up some speed, he ain't messing around. You'll see two-lane road. Hey, they're selling more land. Just what we need, more subdivisions. You can never have enough red lights, you can never have enough stop signs, and you can certainly never, ever, ever have enough house divisions. At least that's exactly what they're doing here. No sense in trying to keep taxes low for people. We're going to build more houses and jack up taxes because KIB is saving the state of Alabama. Alright. She is a nice lady. I voted for her. It's just, there's change. And as you get older, I'm not crazy about change. Here comes road work ahead. There's a green truck coming. And you know what you can never have enough of? Dump trucks. Okay? The state bird of Alabama is a dump truck. And the state animal is a concrete mixer. At least that's my current feeling on the whole situation. But hey, here we go. So as we continue down, we'll be coming up on another road which I used to take all the time, which I don't anymore. They've built Polaris plants out that way, and there's a Toyota Mazda plant they built out that way. But anyway, which is fine, it's progress. There used to be a bunch of fences there they took down to the right. Wow. Interesting. I don't want to think why. But, yeah, that used to be the Tennessee something or other. Oh boy. Hey. You can't fight changing progress. Because you always have a newer generation that's younger and they're not going to give up. Just like I did, we did. Hey, you got some more corn there growing. That looks like it's not as tall as some of the stuff further up the road. Hey, there's selling land there too. Look at that. Whew. Gee, I wonder how long it's going to take for this road to become 4 lanes instead of 2. Your answer is not long. I tend to agree with you. Alright, I thought we had some rigs knocked over because of the tornado. Off to the right 45 degrees, you'll see a, what's it called? Sprinklers. I know that, to the left here, you're going to see, there's a pit. A gravel pit, Huntsville. You know, we don't have enough rock quarries around here to keep up with the building. Okay, this is the way it is. There you go. That's going to be something, and who knows what they may actually change this to. We got a rock quarry that's a few years old up where I live. All right. Speed zone ahead. You got nice people living in this community that didn't want this thing on the left, this monstrosity. But they basically built up all the topsoil real high that you see on the left with the grass. And the reason they did that was so you can't see it. They're trying to be nice about things, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, then of course you have the explosive charges. I never did catch up to that 18-wheeler, and I'm turning here on Garrett. And Garrett is going to take me through down airstrip in where's that? Oh, I can't think of the airstrip name right now. Down the road here. It's not Athens. Calhoun. I think it's Calhoun. There's a Calhoun College here. But this is a connect road. You got all these nice folks living here. And if you look to the left and to the right, you see beautiful farmland. Looks like they cut some wheat out of the field on the left. To the right, I think that's soybeans, if I'm not mistaken. Farther out there, you may be able to see some corn. But these roads are, you know, cut an intersection, and now you can see there's absolutely nobody around me. And that's the reason I take this route. You know, I really don't care if I waste a few gallons of gas, because it sure is nice to kind of avoid a lot of the stuff you see. Traffic. They're nice people, but it's traffic. Come through here. This is kind of a swampy area. You'll see as we go over this bridge, there may be a creek. I'm not certain if it's a creek or it's just kind of swampy. It looks like a creek or some backed up water. I'll go this winter when I drive down through this. I think what I'm doing here, I'm recording stuff, but I think they call it a vlog, a video log. I'm just trying to learn how to use the camera again. Yeah, there's another stream. See, this is a nice, pretty place. Oh, beans to the right and woods to the left. We're coming up over a bypass. That may be the 65. You may want to look down on a slant. Oh, that's pretty water there too. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, and is this the 65? And yeah, look at the traffic. There's the 65 right there. Yep, now we're over the 65. And to the left, you got some big open fields. Looks like wheat. You can see some of the older houses. Here to the right is a old mansion. If you look there, Southern, was it pre-antebellum? I think that's what they call it. Basically before the Civil War. So you can see all this land and space, and it's beautiful. I don't think this is part of the Black Belt. This is the Tennessee Valley up north, and it was flat, which is why they basically started this Alabama kind of first. There are people here making territory and all that because agriculture was a big thing, and it's by rivers. And of course, if you ever go to Tennessee, Tennessee is surrounded, not surrounded, has I think it's 5 rivers, basically points going into Nashville, which is how that became a transportation hub, because things went by boat. So anyway, so my knowledge of this and study are just things that I've read and have seen. Here's a biker. Oh, look at that. At least doing a good job there, staying on the right-hand side of the road. At least we don't have a whole lot of bikers yet. They will be coming. It's not a weekend, so he's either due or from work, or he's just riding to get exercise, which is fine. But they'll go across with so many. I don't know all the rules and laws, but these bicyclists are aggressive because they want to share the road. And some of them that come from California and stuff, you know, you see what they do in California with all the infrastructure they built for the bicycles and closing down roads. It's ridiculous. Yet there's more. Off to the right is more, it looks like soybeans. Off to the left, you're going to see the airport. So we come up here, do a 90 degree at the end of the runway, and then you can see more open spaces and more open spaces and more wheat, and vegetation has been planted and some has been harvested. And you see corn off to the left there. Yep. Here comes a car. Off to the right, you'll see where the store that we're heading to. And you can see the traffic going there on the, I think that's the 31. All these nice people going to work, which I don't have to do. I work it, well, the work I do is all my own stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's having fun and all. Let's see, I don't see a 18-wheeler going in there. It slowed me down the other day. Let me come here, no traffic to the left, so get over here and get in the left-hand lane. And the traffic doesn't seem to be too bad here. You can see vegetation right here. I think I'll do the Mina and go over maybe the Decatur Bridge tomorrow and come back down this way and go get gas at Buc-ee's. Here we go, turning in here. The nice thing are these people open at 7. I was going to be here earlier, but not running the camera correct was causing me stress. So let me come here. That says handicapped in it, and this one is not. And I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to leave the camera running. I'm going to set my mic down and go in and get my part. Here's the part I went and picked up. Alright, Dave, you're going to have to splice this together. I do not understand how I turned off my mic, but you're going to get to see it. Hopefully it was working all the way up until when I pulled in here. Let me back up. And and we're going to look around. There's that, the H&R AGRI-POWER. And you see a bunch of seed machines in front of here. Those are heads of the combines that do various things. Come around here, you got sprinklers, more combine heads. It looks like up here to the left is a chisel plow, more combine heads, and those are chemical tractors there. There's a big old John Deere. My goodness gracious, a 3070. Look at that. Look at these things of beauty. Yep. I think you got some McCormicks and the great Kubotas. They got something of everything, and they sell a rigid box right there. Okay. It's time for me to slow down, and we're going to go. It's clear. And we're going to go down the exact same road that we came here on. No planes in the sky. I'm getting ready to make a left-hand turn. There's nobody behind me directly. Your semi is coming up on the right from the rear. I'm going to come over this way. Wait till after that truck, and then go. And of course that guy's speeding up, speed demon there. No truck, local deliveries only, and now we're heading back the way we came. Another car coming in. You see how much less traffic that there is this route? Yeah. No more work and hustle and bustle for me. And as much as I can possibly avoid it, it makes things better. I was at Costco yesterday, and I got some lamb and beef. It was basically their gyros, spelled like gyro in an airplane. And I got some of this sauce, tzatziki sauce, I think it is, cucumber sauce, and it was great. I had that for breakfast yesterday, about the same time I'm going to eat today, because I try and push it off till 8 o'clock or so. Why, I don't know. Basically, I can go all day without eating. There's a vehicle way up there in front of us, but I got those. I want to eat it, and then I'll eat something basically for lunch, and that's about it. I'll eat my hamburgers that I made tomorrow. I did some of that a few days ago. I'm in a mood for another gyro. Vehicle coming at us. Here are the same fields you saw. The one thing that would be nice with the Insta360 is if I could see if it's latched in. And the only way I can do it is with my little DJI Bluetooth mic. And I'm going to need to learn how to make some of this stuff work better. But I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the display. Plus, until I get my eyes fixed in a couple of years, I'm not going to have perfect vision. That went away at 40 or so. Yep, there's another sprinkler there. I know I mentioned the reason they do that is they can't get farm insurance, crop insurance. To the left is the old estate again. I don't know if this is the 565 or not. No, I don't think so. That's the next one. there it is. That's a 65. There's a 65. You can go back and stop it. You can see there's not a whole lot of traffic on that at the moment. But what time are we coming up on? Let me turn on my phone. I turned off my phone because I was trying to get the Bluetooth synced up. I was struggling with it. And I'm going to sync it up again tomorrow until I know how to do it from memory. It's been probably a month since I used this camera, and so it's, not familiar. The GoPros, on the other hand, are not a problem whatsoever because I use them with frequency, although I messed up yet again hooking up the audio jack so you get good quality. On the last video doing the T-handle, the handle to start a lawnmower, I didn't have the jack pushed in all the way. Of course, my best one is to have the jack in and not hooking up the Bluetooth, the head that communicates with the microphone, and then I just recorded a bunch of stuff you never heard. That was particularly annoying, which is why I'm doing this stuff like I'm doing right now. So, there's an old water tower there. That's the old co-op to the left. I don't know if it's still anything or not. Does it say here? No. We'll get to look at that tomorrow as I head to, when I head to, oh boy, why am I struggling here? When I head down to Mooresville. Belmina, the post office for Belmina is right here to the left. The reason that they built that here in Belmina, period, is the train station. We'll go over the tracks tomorrow. But they built the train station there because they didn't want it close to Mooresville to make all the noise and stuff. And you got to remember, back then, the trains were the way they actually traveled. Hey, look, this truck's turning off here. That looks like a smaller fuel truck, so you know what he's going to be dropping off. All kinds of diesel and stuff for the machinery. I'm certain they got a tank out there somewhere. Alright. So, oh, there's a dump truck going off into the area to get more aggregate, man. Get that aggregate and get it laid down. Build them roads. We need roads. Now it looks like everyone's coming in, the traffic towards us, because they're all coming up from up north in divisions to come in here and go to work, and they're trying to, they get off the highway and they want to drive down these roads as well. I'll have to talk with Charlie and see what they're doing here, because if I'm not mistaken, right here, that was where they would do seeds and stuff like that. Okay. If you're listening to this and can actually hear me, and you're looking at this and you want me to drive or go through someplace here in northern Alabama, let me know and I'll see if I can do that. This is enjoyable. It's kind of nice. I remember when I was younger, living in Colorado, I would, yeah, that's for sale. I'd go to get away from Colorado Springs lights, and we're talking the 1980s and early 1990s. To get away from the lights, I'd go out there and look at the stars and all that, which I could do in Dover with no trouble. And right here, it's the same thing. You get more houses, you get more light, background light, and there's kind of nothing you can do about it, but you know, we are talking 50 years ago on some of that. In Colorado Springs, that was 30 years ago, and things grow just like it's growing here. This was growing slower until it got fast, or all at once, however that line goes. So, yeah, coming here on the return trip. If you look off to the right, you'll see the water tower we're heading towards. That's pretty much home. Right there it is between the trees, about 4 or 5 miles out. Dead ahead of us, we're coming back on the road, the Greenbrier Parkway. More house. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm doing a little bit of whining because I don't want things to change, as I mentioned, but there's nothing I can do about it. So tomorrow, I still got my truck, so we'll go to Mina with this. Then I gotta call Mike and see when and if and when I'm gonna go to the farm. I got a deck pulley to repair on one of the lawnmowers. They get rough treatment up at the farm, and they wear out. They're good. We started off with the John Deere brand, and I've kept that 54-inch decks because we share parts over time. We literally wear out lawnmowers. I know it's hard to believe, but we've gone through a few of them. Relax, big guy. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we got through a new stoplight. Yeah. I wonder if they've done a study with how many stoplights they put up in the state of Alabama every day. My guess it's 1. 300, actually probably 2 for every day would be my guess. But we'll see. Then what I'll also do in this video, and I'll try and write down the time, the Bluetooth broke connection to this little controller head, my mic, that picks up and sends Bluetooth right to there. Hey, there's a dump truck. You don't see those around here often at all. Okay. Alright, stop, and boy, don't ram me, pal. My goodness gracious. Wow. This truck has been rear-ended twice. Once when it was brand new on the way to Vegas from California to Vegas, and then once a week or two before I left with some lady that was pretending she couldn't speak English to get away from the accident, and I was so tired. I'd been, actually no, 3 times. I had someone hit me with the Toyota. He had no insurance. He had state government insurance, and I didn't know if I was going to get paid because they only did so much of a limit. But the state of California, with all their silly rules, it wasn't as though uninsured motorists would have covered it, but instead I may have not got money because he had insurance, and it had certain limits because of the state. I'll tell you later. Edit this out, Dave.